Okay, so hello again, class. For this recording, we're going to talk about several special problems when we are solving probability problems. Okay, so these problems involve the usage of random chances, okay, to find the probability of a given event. So, one of these problems involve the use of complementary events. Okay, so we recall that given the probability of an event A, okay, the probability of the event of A complement, that is the complementary set of A, or the set of all outcomes that are in S but not in A, okay, is simply equal to the probability of the entire sample space, which is simply equal to 1. Okay, so for example, you're given an event A. Let's say this is getting heads in a single toss coin. Then the event or the event of A complement is simply the event of getting tails. Kasi yun yung nawawala sa A na meron sa S. Okay? So, suppose you have a problem here, tossing two coins. What is the probability of getting at least one head? Now, you have to recall that tossing two coins would have four outcomes. You have two heads, heads tail, tail heads, and tail tail. So, four outcomes. Ano yung tinatanong dito? Ang tinatanong is, what is the probability of getting at least one head? So, ano yung papasok sa mga event na to? So, getting one head, pasok ba yon? Yes, kasi sabi at least isa. So, pwedeng isa or dalawa. So, probability of getting one head and the probability of getting two heads. Okay? So, the probability of getting two heads, that's what? That's 1 out of 4 kasi isa lang naman yon, yung heads lang. And then, the probability of getting exactly one head is 2 out of 4 because you have head, tail, and tail heads. Okay? So the probability of this event is 3 over 4. Okay. So it's also worthy to identify the complementary event of said problem. Kasi 'di ba sabi the probability of getting at least one head. So at least isa, ibig sabihin yung complement niya is walang-wala talaga. That is the probability of getting exactly 0 heads. And using the idea of complementary probability, we know that the probability of getting at least one head, since they are complementary, i-add mo lang yung probability of getting 0 heads. Okay, ang kalalabasan na nun ay exactly 1. Okay? Or, using simple algebra, you can find out that the probability of getting at least, parang kamali ako dito ng symbol. Okay? And this is the probability of getting, okay, ayan. Probability of getting at least one head is equal to 1 minus the probability of getting exactly 0. Ano ba yung getting exactly 0 heads? That is when you get 2 tails. And that is 1 out of 4. Okay? So, yung 1, yun yung constant natin, minus 1/4, then that is the probability of getting at least one head. Okay? So, how does that exactly translate into more complicated problems? Okay? So you will see that in problem number 2. So suppose you rolled 4, okay, apat na 8-sided dice. So, what is the probability of getting at least 1 8? Okay? One of the 8 face. Okay? So of course, since ang tinatanong ay at least 1, okay? So, ano yung mga probability na pwede mo makuha? Pwede ka makakuha ng eksaktong isang 8, pwedeng dalawang 8, tatlong 8, or apat na 8. The problem is, apat yan. Okay? 4 times 8, ilan yon? 32 outcomes. Okay? It can be hard to write all those 32 outcomes. Okay? And bibilangin mo kung ilan yung eksaktong isa, ilan yung dalawa, tatlo, apat. Okay? can be problematic kasi magiging exposed ka rin sa human error. So how do you approach this problem? You approach it by using the complementary rule. That is, kunin mo yung probability na mas madaling makuha. Okay? Kung mas madaling makuha yung probability ng complement niya, okay, edi yung complement, probability ng complement yung kunin mo, and then isubtract mo na lang mula sa 1. Because that is the rule of the complements. So, ano yung complement na event natin na getting at least 1/8? Okay? Ang complement nun is, of course, getting exactly 0. Okay? So, ano ba yung getting exactly 0? Ibig sabihin, sa lahat ng dice mo, wala dapat 8. So, 7 out of 8 ay hindi 8. Ano yun? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Because pwedeng makuha mo yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Sa isang dice. So, yung first dice may 7 over 8 chance na hindi makakuha ng 8. Yung pangalawang dice may 7 over 8 chance ulit. Yung pangatlo, meron ulit 7 over 8. And then, yung pang-apat, meron ding 7 over 8 chance. So, the probability of getting exactly 0/8 is 7 over 4. 7 over 8 raised to 4. So using your calculator, you will find that the answer is 2,401 over 4,096. Now, this is the probability of the complement. So, hindi ka pa tapos dito. Kasi yung probability ng complement yung nakuha mo. Okay? So, by using the concept of complementary probability, okay, so the probability ng ating event na hinahanap is simply equal to 1 minus the probability of its complement. So, that is 1 minus 2,401 divided by 4,096. Okay, so the answer in calculator is 1695 over 4,096, or that is roughly equivalent to 41.38%. Okay, so again, sa ating mga quizzes, I will task you to write the fraction instead of the decimal unless purely decimal yung binigay. Okay, so again, the concept of doing complements is very much useful, especially if you have this particular problem. So, with this concept, is it possible to get at least 1/8 from rolling n 8-sided dice 100% of the time? Ang tinatanong dito, pag magro-roll ba ako ng infinitely or arbitrarily many 8-sided dice, sigurado bang makakakuha ako ng at least isang 8? Okay? So, conceptually here, the answer is no, not exactly. Because kahit sobrang liit ng chance, there is still a chance na lahat ng i-roll mo, kahit sobrang daming 8-sided dice yan, there is a very small chance na puro 1 yung makuha mo. So, yung incredibly small chance na yon, okay, that is already enough to ensure na hindi ka makakakuha ng at least 1/8 100% of the time. Okay? So, let's have example number 3. Okay? Suppose that a lottery ticket has a 0.3% chance of getting a prize. Out of all the prizes, okay, so conditional ito, no? So, kasi, sabi mo, given na nakakuha ka ng prize, 1% lang daw ng mga prize na yon ang considered na jackpot. Okay? If a player decided to draw 1,000 times, what is the chance of winning at least one prize? How about winning at least one jackpot? What will happen to these probabilities if the number of tickets drawn are raised to 2,000? So these are very complicated questions. But let's divert a bit. Okay? Divert lang tayo ng konti. Sorry. So we could see kung ano yung magiging itsura nito in a bit of time. Okay? So, let me duplicate a slide here. Okay? So, suppose, okay, let's have problem 3.a. Just to give a more simpler problem. Suppose a random ticket has a 20% chance to win a prize. Okay, what is the probability of winning at least one prize from 5 tickets? Okay, now so in the first glance, if you are not really good when it comes to probability, sabi mo may 20% chance ka na manalo ng prize. So on 20%, it translates into 1 over 5 chance. So ibig sabihin nun, pag bumili ako ng 5 ticket, uy, dapat merong isang ticket na mananalo dyan sa 5. Kasi meron kang 20% chance. 1 out of 5. Pag bumili ako ng 5, dapat akong 1 out of 5. However, the idea of winning tickets in this case is different. Okay? So, for example, ganito yung hanapin natin. Okay? The probability of getting at least one, so pwedeng makakuha ka ng isang prize, 2 prize, 3 prize, 4 na prize, 5 prize. Okay? So, 5 probability kukunin natin pag yun yung straight na kinuha natin. Tignan natin yung probability of getting 0. Okay? Getting exactly nothing. Okay? So, paano yan? Ano ba yung probability of getting nothing? Okay? The probability of getting 0 prizes. So, sa first ticket, anong probability mo na makakuha ng nothing? That is 80%. So, 80 over 100. Right? So, by putting this in lowest term, 4 over 5. That is for the first ticket. For the second ticket, ano ulit yung probability nun? 4 over 5 ulit. And then, for the third ticket, another 4 over 5. For the fourth ticket, 4 over 5. For the fifth ticket, another 4 over 5. So, bakit multiply? Because I need all of these tickets to lose. Okay? Lose yung first, and lose yung second, and lose yung third, and lose yung fourth. So, pansinin niyo yung ginagamit kong word na end. Pag end yung ginagamit natin, required na nasasatisfy lahat ng criteria. Meaning, multiply po yan. So, anong sagot dito? That is 4 over 5 raised to 5. So, by using my calculator, okay, mandadaya muna ako dito, class, ha? Kasi magagaling naman po kayo. Okay. So, what is 4 over 5 raised to 5? Okay. So, in fraction, this is 1,024 over 3,125. Okay. So, this is my probability. Okay. So, gamitin natin para since mas sanay tayo sa percentage. Okay. Just to show us kung saan pinakamalapit na to. Or approximately, that is 32.768%. Okay? 32.768%. Okay? So, huwag nyo kalimutan yung percent, ha? Kasi walang lalampas na 1. Na probability na 1. This is the probability of getting nothing. Okay? So, this means, okay, that the probability of getting at least one prize is equal to 1 minus the probability of getting 0. So this is equivalent to 1 minus 1,024 divided by 3,125. So this is equivalent to Okay, 2101 2101 over 3125, which is approximately equivalent to 67% 0.232. 67.232%. Oopsie. Okay. So, hindi pala sure yung pagkuha natin ng 5 ticket, hindi sure na makakakuha tayo ng at least one prize. Actually, ang baba nga eh. Kasi, getting at least one prize is 67.232%. Ala, so kahit pala bumili ako ng 5 ticket, 67% lang yung chance ko na makakuha nun. So may malaking chance na wala pala akong makakuha kahit 5 ticket yung bilhin ko. Okay? So, doblehin natin naman. Okay? So, paano pag yung 5 ticket, okay, ginawa kong 10 ticket? Anong mangyayari pag 10 ticket yung binili ko? So, 10 ticket na yon, kailangan mong hanapin yung probability na hindi ka mananalo ng kahit isa. So, the probability of 0 ulit. Okay? So, paano naman pag 10? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ganun pa rin yung chance, 4 over 5 raised to 10. Okay? So, what is 4 over 5 raised to 10? Malaki na to, ha? Okay. Oh, hindi niya na kayang i-fraction form. Why? Okay, kasi malaki na siguro masyado. Kasi ang 4 raised to 10 ay... Okay. So, I'll try to put this. Okay. So, ang 4 raised to 10 mo. Oh. Ito yung 4 raised to 10. Okay? Hindi pa naman siya sobrang laki, pero hindi siya kaya maipakita ng aking Desmos. So, it probably won't handle well pag sobrang lalaki na ng problems. Okay. So, this is your probability of getting nothing from the 10 tickets. So, in percent, okay, pag magpa-percent tayo, class, okay, pag sobrang laki na, di ba, sasabihin ko naman, okay, mag-alala. Pag magpa-percent tayo, that is, we use up until 2 decimal points, okay? So, this is 10.70, no, it's 74, okay? 10.74%, okay? This is the probability of getting nothing kapag bumili ka ng 10 ticket. Now, what's the probability of getting at least one prize? Okay? So, ganun ulit yung formula. Pero, gagawin na natin. Okay? Huwag na natin pahirapan yung sarili natin. Char. Okay? I-plug in mo lang yung mga formula na yan. 1 minus the chance of getting nothing. Okay? This is equal to, okay, ayoko na isulat yung fraction. I-approximate na lang natin into percent. Okay? This is 89 point, okay, 26%. Okay. So, pag bumili ako ng 10 ticket, hindi pala madodoble. Okay, lagay ko dito ha. Sa una, we get at least one prize from buying 5 tickets is, okay, 67.232. Getting at least one prize from buying 10 tickets is 89.26%. Akala ko madodoble yung chance ko. Okay? Pero hindi pala. Kita nyo? From 67, from buying 5, nung dinoble ko yung binili ko, ilan lang yung nadagdag? Parang mga 20%. Pero malaki na rin yung 20%. Pero ang layo pa rin sa 100%. That is because no matter kahit ilang ticket yung bilhin mo, there will always be a chance na lahat ng ticket na yun ay mananalo ng wala. Okay? So let's just change the problem a little bit. Okay? So, dito tayo, problem 3B. Ang tanong naman natin, what is the probability of winning at least two prizes? Okay? So, when you're talking about winning at least two prizes, pwede mong hanapin yung probability of getting two prizes, three prizes, and four prizes. Okay? 2, 3, and 4. Or, alternatively, pwede mo lang hanapin yung probability of getting 0 and then the probability of getting 1. So, ano yung magiging itsura nun? It's this. Okay? The probability of getting 2 prizes, or sorry, greater than or equal to 2 prizes is equal to 1 minus yung probability ng kanyang complement, which is basically the probability of 0 plus the probability of getting 1. Okay? So, ganyan lang po yung magiging limit ng formula because this entire highlighted set, okay, this is your complement, di ba? Sabi mo nga, greater than 2 or, yeah, greater than or equal to 2. It means, ang kabaliktaran niya ay getting 0 or 1. Okay? So, by plugging in the formula earlier, okay, this, the probability of greater than or equal to 2, this is equal to 1 minus the probability of 0 kanina ay ilan? The probability of getting 0 is 32.768. Okay? So this is 32.768 plus, what's the probability of getting exactly 1? Okay? So getting exactly 1, so ibig sabihin, isa lang yung ticket na kailangan manalo. Okay? So sabihin natin yun yung first ticket. Okay? So 20 over, sorry, that is 1 over 5. Okay, ito na yung winning ticket mo. And then, lahat ng ibang ticket, losing ticket na. So, lahat ng yun ay 4 over 5 na. Okay? 4 over 5. And then, 4 over 5. Okay? So, this case, okay, gawin ko na lang ng panibagong side. Okay? So, itong side na to, just putting it in the calculator, you will get 1 over 5 multiplied by 4 over 5 raised to 5. That is equal to, approximate lang natin, ha? Okay. Nakalimutan ko lagyan ng percent dito. Magiging negative na yan pag kwan. Wala tayong negative na probability, ha? Okay. So, the answer is 6.5536. Okay, 6.5536%. Okay? So, this is simply equivalent to plus 0.32768 So, this is 1 minus 0.39. Balik ko na sa decimal, ha? 3216. Tama ba? This is precisely, right? Okay. So, let me just find the actual value muna ng decimal. Magkamali pala ako. This is raised to 4 lang. Okay. So, the actual number is 0.08. So, this is 8, 8192 because that is 1/5 tapos raised to 4 lang kasi apat lang yun, no? Apat lang yung 4 over 5. So, kamali ako. So, let me correct myself. Okay. So, ito yung pagpapasin natin. Okay. So, this is equivalent to plus 0.08192 That's 0.4096, which is equivalent to 0.5904, which is equivalent to 59.04%. Okay, so the probability of getting at least two prizes, okay, of getting at least two prizes is this 59.04%. Okay, so ayun, diba? This is how you solve this particular problems. Okay, so you will see here in problem number 4, a different case naman. Okay, this is when you are given, okay, this is when you are given a single raffle ticket that has a 5% chance of winning, of snagging a prize. What is, how many raffle tickets? So, ilan naman yung kailangan mong bilhin na ticket para 90% sure ka, 90% sure na makakakuha ka ng at least one prize. Okay? So, meron dito ay yung sureness ng isang idea. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang gusto mo na probability of getting at least one prize, ano ibig sabihin yan? Ang gusto mo na probability of getting at least one prize is equal to 0.9. It should be greater than or equal to 0.9. Yun yung percent na gusto mong manalo ng at least one. Okay? So, ilang ticket ang bibilin mo? Okay, 5% lang yung chance mong manalo. Okay? So, let me give you an illustrative example for this one. Okay? The probability of getting nothing is this. Pag isang ticket yung binili mo, the probability of getting nothing is 95 over 100. Okay? Now, pag bumili ka ng dalawang ticket, okay, kailangan yung dalawang ticket ay parehong talo. So, ibig sabihin, yung pangalawang ticket, 95 over 100 din. So, what happens? Okay? You know na yung 95 over 100, pag minultiply mo ng less than 1, bababa po iyan. Okay? From 95% chance of losing, pag bumili ka ng dalawang ticket, ilang percent na lang yung chance mo na matalo. Okay? So, solve natin. 95 over 100 raised to 2. That is 90.25%. Okay? Yan yung chance mo na wala kang makuhang kahit ano pag dalawang ticket. So, paano pag tatlo? 95 over 100. Ayan, tatlong ticket na yung binili ko. Ilang percent yung kasiguraduhan na wala akong makuhang kahit ano? Okay? This becomes 85 point. Okay, approximate na lang natin kasi pababa na ito. This becomes 85.74% approximately. Okay? Paano pag-apat? Okay? Pag-apat yung binili ko, okay, the chance of losing is, or the chance of getting exactly nothing is, it becomes 81.45. So as you can see, okay, so as you can see, every time na bumibili ka ng ticket, pababa yung chance na makakuha ka ng nothing. Okay? So, in this case, ang tinatanong mo, ilan yung kailangan kong bilhin? Okay? So, kung ang probability ng greater than or equal to 1 ay gusto mo maging at least 0.90%, that means, ang gusto mong probability ng 0 mo ay yung very first instance na magiging less than or equal sa 10% ng getting exactly 0. So, paano mo kukunin yan? Now, alam mo na yung probability ng pagkuha ng 0, that is 5% chance, right? So, that's 95%. Okay, 95 over 100. Okay, kasi 5% chance yung mananalo ka. Ibig sabihin, the remaining 95 is sa matatalo ka. Okay? So, gusto mo lahat ng ticket matalo. So, that is, kailangan lahat ng ticket na bibilin mo, yung N tickets, ay talo. So, ang equation mo ay 95 over 100 raised to N. Kasi di ba nakikita nyo kanina, nagmumultiply ako ng 95 over 100 kada isang ticket na bibili ako. So, 95 over 100, kung isang ticket lang, N raised to 1 lang yan. Kung dalawang ticket, nakita nyo, 95 over 100 times 95 over 100, so 2. Pag tatlo, 95 over 100 na tatlo, etc., etc. Okay? So, how do you solve this types of problem ba? Okay? Dito, actually, papasok yung iyong paggamit ng logarithm. Okay? So, just in case, sa pagsasolve ng inequality, ginagawa muna natin siyang equal sign. Okay? Okay? So, you have 95 over 100 raised to n. That is equal to 0.10. So, how do you look for n? Okay? This is when you logarithm both sides. Okay? So, how do you do that? Okay? You get the log of both sides. Pwedeng log 10, pwedeng natural logarithm. Pero sa amin kasi mas madali pag natural logarithm. The natural log of 95 over 100, okay, raised to n, okay, is equal to, of course, you also have to use logarithm on the other side, the ln of 0.10. Okay? So, palitin lang natin yung space dito. Gawin natin 1.0. Okay. So, by using the idea for logarithms, one of the rules of logarithm is this. Okay? So, you're given a ln. Okay? If you're given a logarithm of x raised to n, okay, according to the laws of logarithm, that simply becomes yung kanyang n, okay, mapupunta lang doon sa kanyang multiplier. So, this becomes n times ln of x. So, pag andun yung exponent, okay, pwede mo siyang ilabas, and then, yung base na lang yung matitira sa loob. Okay? This is your law. Ito yung law of exponent in ln. Okay? Siyempre may eksaktong tawag dyan, pero you get the idea. Okay? So, we're going to use that particular idea. So, you have n times ln of 95 over 100 is equal to ln of 10. Okay? So, humahaba na. Burahin ko na itong part na ito. Di bale, marireplay nyo naman yung video. Okay? So, ito na yung equation. Of course, by doing some algebra, you isolate the n. So, this becomes n is equal to the ln of 0.10 divided by the ln of 95 over 100. Okay? So, at this point, okay. So, at this point, pwede mo na lang siyang i-calculate, of course. So, hindi na po natin pahirapan yung sarili natin. Let's put that into calculator. Nasaan yung aking ln? Okay. So, ln of 0.10 divided by the natural logarithm, the ln of 95 over 100. Okay. So, the answer there, this is approximately equal to 44.89. Okay. So, you need 44.89 tickets. Okay. Tickets just to, okay, just to equate just to equate this particular equation. So this implies that your n should be approximately 44.89. Okay, para lang maging equal. Ano ba kailangan mo dito? Kailangan mo ba maging equal? Yes. Pwede mo bang pababain? Pwede mo bang sabihin na 44? No. Kasi pag ginawa mong 44 yan, okay, lalampas na sa 10%, di ba nga? Pag mababa yung n natin, tataas yung probability. Pag tumataas yung n natin, bababa yung probability. Ano bang gusto natin sa probability of 0? Probability of getting nothing. Gusto natin siyang maging less than 10%. So, ito na yung pinakamababa na pwede mo makuha para maging 10%. Okay? So, okay lang mas mababa ng konti, hindi pwedeng lumampas ng konti. What this implies is that you need to buy 45 tickets to have a 90% chance of winning at least one prize. Okay? So, you need to buy 45 tickets. Okay? So, ganun po yung pagsosolve ng ating problem if you want to have a 90% chance. So, I implore you to try on your own. How many tickets to have a 95% chance? How many tickets to have a 99.9% chance? Okay? So, the process will remain the same. Ano na yung magiging kabaliktaran? Ang magiging pagkakaiba lang is, imbis na 10% na kailangan mo ay 99.9, 100 minus 99.1. Itong 10% ay magiging 0.1%. Right? Kasi yun na lang yung kailangan mo para maging 100. Okay? So, is it possible kaya na maging 0 to? Of course not. Because 95 over 100, kahit erase mo yan, sa infinity, hindi niya ma-reach yung 0. Ang asymptote niya ay 0. Okay? So, that is how you solve this particular type of special problem. Okay? So, I hope you have learned from this recording, as we will have a quiz on our next meeting. Okay? So, yeah. If you have any more questions, do not fear to message me. Okay, I'll reply as soon as I can naman. Okay, so yeah, I'm excited to see you all, and I'll see you on the next recordings. Bye!